Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cape Time, and we are here for the long-awaited Spider-Man trailer discussion. Yes, we got it. We're all freaking out collectively as a fan base, and holy shit, it is everything we could have wanted in a trailer, but we saw the trailer a day early in our case.
Yeah, I
God.
couldn't. I couldn't. I
I
couldn't
honestly
resist.
regret. I regret watching it a day early. If I knew for a fact it was coming out the next day, I would have waited.
You know what sucks is that the description leaked too, and it was
That too.
complete. It was completely accurate.
Yep, all of it was
And
accurate.
it's like, oh no.
Description leaked like a week before
Yeah.
the trailer even came out, if not more, honestly.
It literally like leaked out. And I was like, shit. Yep.
But I think I took that with such a grain of salt though. Like I was hoping it'd be right, but I was like, what are the odds?
I had a feeling about it, and I was like, oh no. but yeah, I mean, seeing that finally in high definition with finished VFX or mostly finished VFX, that is they really upped their game. This feels like such a big scale movie, and I'm just so happy. We've come a long way from Homecoming, man.
I mean, there's so much you can really get into. I mean, the first thing that jumped out at me in this trailer, the first half obviously being more around Spider-Man, his struggles, and then, going to Strange, but it felt so much more mature in tone, man. I mean, compared to just Far From Home or Homecoming, I mean, you just go into it and Peter's just struggling with. I mean, he's about to go to fucking jail in the beginning. He can't live a normal life anymore, and he just doesn't know what to do. And like he says, his family's being affected by it now. His close friends. I mean, it's a serious struggle that he's going through, and he just doesn't know how to get through this. And this is finally like the kind of thing I wanted to see in an MCU Spider-Man movie, And I don't mean the multiverse shit at all, although that's obviously fucking awesome. I just mean the fact that we have A, higher stakes, and B, a much more mature tone. And now that we're getting both 3 movies in, I feel the natural growth is solid, and I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I mean, like, think of it this way. I mean, we started off with Peter Parker, and he's a 15-year-old kid who's doing, like, Spanish quizzes and shit. And it's like, life hasn't fully hit the fan, if you know what I mean. But as he gets older, I mean, he literally died. It's like, shit's getting darker and darker. And it's kind of like the Harry Potter movies, if that makes sense. It's like, yeah, the first few movies are pretty fun to watch overall. I mean, there are some dark moments, but, as opposed to the future movies, Harry Potter literally has like just about everyone that he loves killed. So it's like,
I mean, we talked about this a few times. I always said Homecoming is obviously an awesome movie, but in the end, the way it ages is going to be partially dependent on the natural growth in the sequels, because you need to grow from that.
This is exactly what I wanted.
And this is the growth we needed.
I think like this movie, I really like Far From Home, but I think like No Way Home is going to make Far From Home retroactively even better, in my opinion, because you can look at it as that one last glimpse of of life being somewhat fluffy, being somewhat nice. And then the rug at the end of that movie gets pulled out. And then from now on, Peter's life is completely different. As we see now, shit's fucked up. Okay, this is definitely more, even with the way it's shot. Like, if you look at like kind of the cinematography, the coloring, it's a tone that really is taking itself more seriously. Obviously, you will always get the Marvel humor. That'll always be in there. But, like, it just looks like shit's about to hit the fan. Like, I was really hoping that they would do this and go this route. And I'm so glad that they are. And I feel like these returning, like, Raimi and Mark Webb characters are going to even, like, make that even, like, more darker, I guess you can say, more serious, because like those movies are pretty serious, all things considered, although the Raimi humor is always in there.
I've always said, I've been talking about this forever now. Obviously in this trailer we got our Defoe tease, which is very cool. You got to hear his laugh as the pumpkin bomb comes rolling across the bridge. And I was just thinking, I've always been thinking this, so far Peter has faced Vulture and Mysterio as the 2 main villains.
Yep.
Defoe would make both of them look like little bitches. And that tells you how frightening he is and why I'm so excited for this movie. That's literally why I'm excited. I'm excited to see Peter Parker get the shit beaten out of him.
Even Doc Ock, man.
I mean, Doc Ock too. I mean, yeah.
And
I just mean
all
like
the villains,
yeah.
the villains, man. Like think of Lizard too. I mean,
It's
Andrew Garfield
he's
had a tough
scary,
time.
dude.
Andrew Garfield had a tough time with Lizard, you know. So
I'm only mentioning Defoe because he's literally a total psychopath.
remember
Like
that,
in every
that
sense
final
of the word.
fight, that final fight in Spider-Man, where he's doing like martial arts flip kicks and shit.
It's so funny.
And it's like, and then you see Peter get hit, and you see like the spit and the blood fly out. It's like, I hope John Watts was watching that and it's like, yeah, let's push it. Let's push the boundaries a little bit here. I would love to see that. I mean, come on now. And like, this is like the perfect villain for this Peter Parker.
Yeah.
I'm so.
I mean, it's quite literally the ultimate step up, like in every sense of the word. Like you couldn't get a more scary, intimidating, threatening villain.
Yeah, I mean, like he fought Thanos, but you got to remember he had help with Doctor Strange and Iron Man. He wasn't alone there. But now
it's very different when you're alone.
But now, like for at least the first few fights, he's gonna be alone fighting these guys until Toby and Andrew show up. So it's like,
I cannot wait to see them in the next trailer because that's obviously gonna happen.
Yeah, they're gonna show them in the trailer.
Well, they're not idiots. Like my friend always tells me, trailers really suck today. They show too much. Yeah, because they want to make money.
If you've seen the Spider-Man 2 trailer, it actually shows like the entire movie.
And that's what I'm saying. Like it's all about money, dude. You show your best shit because you want money.
It's been a problem for years that
it's a studio thing. Like, do you think directors want to show all that? No, of course not. But that's not what it's about.
If directors had their way, there probably wouldn't even be trailers.
Probably not.
It's like, no. We're gonna hold all this. Can you imagine if we knew nothing about this movie?
We just go in and we see the fucking multiverse.
Well, think of it like this. So we go into Spider-Man No Way Home. We know nothing. We know nothing about the leaks. We know nothing about any trailers or any posters. We haven't seen any footage or any pictures, and we don't know jack shit about the plot. So the movie starts, right? And you're watching it, and Peter Parker's in the jail kind of lockup, interrogation room, whatever you want to call it, right? And then fucking Daredevil pops up, and it's like, what? And then you go even further. He gets, Daredevil gets him out of jail, and then Doctor Strange shows up, and he does the spell, and then the multiverse cracks open, and then like the first villains you see are like Alfred Molina and Willem Dafoe. Bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would have a heart attack in the movie theater if I didn't know what was coming.
No, you are absolutely right, man. I mean, I can't even imagine what that would be like. But even knowing that they're in the movie right now, I'm still gonna fucking explore and see them. I mean, the thing is, I
seriously considering driving to New Jersey to watch this movie with you.
Oh fuck yeah!
I might just do that. Oh, Shohei Ohtani hit his 41st homer. Nice.
Wait, where are you from in Connecticut again? It's
I'm southwestern Connecticut, basically. It's more like towards the middle count. It's southern Connecticut. It's near New Haven. It's like literally below New Haven.
I mean, you're talking like 2 hours.
I might do this. I might have to do this. But yeah.
On dead ass, we're gonna have to talk about that because that would be pretty lit. Pretty lit.
It is like, this is the movie of movies for me, man.
I mean, if we're ever gonna watch a movie together, this is the one.
Yeah, like, oh my god, dude, this is. I mean, my god, I can't believe this. This is like your childhood having like I hate to sound dirty here, but this is like a childhood like orgasming onto a movie theater screen.
God, that's so graphic but so true.
It's like fucking like you would if you're watching Spider-Man Homecoming back in 2017 and you were to tell me that 2 movies later that Tobey Maguire, Willem Dafoe, Andrew Garfield, all those guys are coming back for the third movie, I would be like, what? I'd be like, what? What's going on?
I'd laugh in your fucking face.
I'd be like, what? I can't believe this, but here we are, and like let's try to get into this trailer in depth really quick, okay? Because we're talking about the generalistics of this, but you know what? We start off right, and it's Peter Parker talking with MJ, and they're having like, I really like this opening scene because sometimes you need to have these kind of personal, kind of private scenes, if that makes sense, because you want to get away from the action for a little bit and you want to develop your characters, and I think that scenes like this will help develop the relationship between Peter and MJ to make the stakes even higher by the end, if that makes sense, right?
I definitely get that. I mean, honestly, just in the beginning of this trailer, I already feel like their chemistry is getting a lot better, and I can already, and that's gonna be a big thing in this movie because, I mean, obviously we don't know if anyone's actually gonna die in this movie, but if I were a betting man, I would say yes.
Yeah, someone dies.
I don't think it's gonna be her, but I do think someone will die. Yeah.
Yeah, someone dies. Yeah. Someone dies. I found out, but I don't know exactly who it is.
I knew someone died too. But they filmed, from what I understand,
they found multiple death scenes.
Yeah, they
don't want
multiple
people
death
actually
scenes.
knowing.
We just don't know. Yeah, who is going to be the final one? But I would guess probably Aunt May.
Yeah. So
if I were forced to guess,
if I were a betting man,
yeah,
it's got to be Aunt May or Ned, in my opinion. So.
If it were up to me, though, I still would have went with the fucking storyline I pitched to you, with fucking Goblin infecting Ned. I think that would have been fucking awesome.
That'd be pretty cool on that.
That would have been literally, for me, like it's literally a fate worse than death for Peter. Like, I love that so much, but whatever.
Yep. But so
I just want to clear one thing up right off the bat.
Ooh, go for it.
Strange is not fucking Mephisto.
Oh my god, we have to get into the guys.
He is not Mephisto. Why do you people keep bringing him back?
Guys,
I can't.
Cocky man didn't listen to Wong. Okay, that's kind of been a theme of Doctor Strange since that first movie. Okay, it's not out of character. He does that. Like, that's like the thing he does is like he's just a cocky dude who believes in his abilities, sometimes to a fault. And this time it was to a fault. Multiverse blown up. Congratulations. That is your multiverse. Now bring me the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I mean, I have thought long and hard about it, and just thinking about Strange's character, I do think it could be a little awkward, maybe only because in Infinity War and Endgame, I feel at least that he did grow, like where the arrogance.
Oh, sure, he's grown more.
The arrogance was pushed aside, and he really did start to prioritize what's best for the universe in his Sorcerer Supreme role. I mean, even when it came to the Infinity Stones, he told Peter and Tony straight up, "I will let you both die before I fucking give up this Infinity Stone. So don't count on me."
Remember when Tony gets stabbed at the end of Infinity War? What does Doctor Strange do? He sacrifices the stone to save.
But that's different. He knows the outcome at that point. Yeah. He knows it's the only one.
He knows what he's doing. But like,
I'm saying, let's say he knew. Okay, if I fucking give him the Infinity Stone right now, spare Tony, he's gonna end up getting all of them, and we're done forever. Definitely. Then he would have let him die. Definitely.
Yeah. Tony was the key to saving the universe. But yeah, he has a heart, and I think
that's where they have to tap in.
I think in this case, he feels bad for this teenage kid who helped him save the universe, and he wanted to help, and he tried to help, and things got weird because they forgot to go over the fine print before starting the spell. It's like when you take a pill and like then you read the side effects after, and it's like, oh shit, I shouldn't have taken this pill. It's like, no.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, that's probably I think that's a good way to handle it. I mean, I think for sure, I want to really see the dialogue that we don't see in the trailer, because they definitely cut shit out. It's not as quick as they make it seem. Where, hey, can you do me this favor? Yeah, sure. Wong,
No.
don't do it. No, I'm doing it. And then that's
No,
it.
it's an
It's a whole thing.
expedited. It's an
Yeah.
expedited kind of way. But like,
There's gonna be a whole sequence.
if I'm Peter Parker and I just found out that I'm about to lose like everything that I worked to build, I would question. I would ask a bunch of questions too. I'd be like, whoa, what's going on here? Whoa, wait. Are you saying like everyone's gonna forget? Because that means he's gonna lose his friend. He's gonna lose his girlfriend. You know, his aunt's not gonna know. He's gonna lose. You know, even Happy Hogan and like all that tech stuff that was at his disposal is gonna be gone because
I was gonna
Happy
say,
won't
I
know.
think that's how the movie's gonna end, and if it does, again, I'm gonna be the happiest boy on the planet because I think that's the perfect ending to set up a new
I
trilogy.
think it's a really cool and natural way to do it.
Well, because at that point, it's almost like you're resetting for another trilogy entirely, where he's back on his own, back to square one. He has no one else to help him, and he's going to college. I think that's perfect.
Yeah, and he has to, and then you have to do like, I think it's just really cool kind of way of starting again in a way that like doesn't give the finger to like the previous movies and say, hey, oh, those previous movies suck, so we reboot. No, it's actually just a natural continuation of this story of this kid who bad shit happens to him a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, shit happens, and now he has to figure out how to get the love of his life back and his friends back. And, you know, I think that would be a really cool way of doing it, and we have to we have to address this. One More Day. Okay, yes. Okay. It is very clear that they are taking inspiration from the infamous comic book Spider-Man One More Day. No, they are not doing Spider-Man One More Day. They are not doing a direct adaptation of
There's
Spider-Man
no
One
Mephisto.
More Day. There is no Mephisto. Okay, we're not like they are taking a concept. They're taking the concept of the story, and they're trying to do it good. They're trying to make a good version of that. Okay. Now, is it going to be good? We're about to find out in December. Okay, but listen. The concept itself is interesting. The concept of choice and responsibility is kind of Spider-Man. I don't know if you've seen the original Spider-Man, but Uncle Ben says with great power comes great responsibility. The whole responsibility thing is kind of, and choice is also a big thing if you've ever seen Spider-Man 2. All right. So I don't get the whole thing about Spider-Man One More Day. Oh my God, this is gonna be the worst movie ever because they're taking inspiration from the worst comic ever. Listen, it's not. They're not doing that comic book. Okay, it's a shitty comic book. They're just taking the concept of it and doing their own spin on the concept, not on the actual book. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I am 100% with you on that. I think that the idea was cool for that Comic-Con. Like, they had a good idea.
They just didn't execute it well.
The execution was just not the way it needed to be. And I think in the context of this movie and what they're building towards, I think it could work really fucking well. And, you know, I'm really interested to see, because I think what's going to make this
works
movie
better with a younger Peter, too.
Absolutely. And I think in the end, well, because it makes it more realistic. I mean, a younger kid's more likely
kid's going to make a decision like that, yeah.
Exactly. But I'm more interested to see, more so than anything, the interactions between the three Spider-Men, what they learn from each other, what they teach each other, because I think that's a lot of where the lessons are going to come from for Peter, who's really still trying to figure a lot of shit out, obviously. I mean, just the whole monologue that Strange is giving him in the trailer saying, you know, you're trying to live two lives, and
that's like the point of Spider-Man.
Yeah, the more you do it, the more dangerous it becomes. You know,
like, I love that.
It's almost like you're gonna have to make a choice at some point, man. Like, you can't keep doing this back and forth.
John Watts gets Spider-Man. He
does. I mean, he proved that in the first movie alone. That proved it right there.
Yeah, and I love that line. That's a great line. And I love that Peter's basically, if I were to guess, Peter's going to say, yeah, I have to live two different lives to protect the people that I love. And that's why, by the end, I think your theory is correct about what he's going to do. He's going to make that difficult choice to protect the ones that he loves and be kind of a loner again and have to restart. And that's just really cool. And, you know, I wonder if, like, Doctor Strange is going to forget who he is as well. Like, That'd be pretty cool. What if
Yeah.
like the heroes forget who he is?
Well, I think that's what's going to happen, honestly. I mean, I think because otherwise he would be able to probably access the Stark tech again, but I don't think he's going to have that next trilogy. So, assuming they go that route, I would think everybody has to forget, and I think that's the best course of
I
action.
want to see. I want to see the majority of the costumes get wrecked as well too. I would love to see like kind of a new, like almost like Spider-Man Reborn, if that makes sense. Like for Spider-Man 4, because let's be honest, they're gonna make Spider-Man 4. Tom Holland's Tom Holland's like an A-lister now. These movies make billions. Okay, like the past two Spider-Man movies have made, Homecoming made like almost 900 million, and then Spider-Man Far From Home made well over $1 billion. So let's be real here. They're gonna make. Sony likes money. They're gonna make more. I want there to be more. So
they're gonna make those movies till Holland says I'm done.
Yeah, and
it's
like
that simple.
He's only 25 right now, and they could.
He's gonna be doing. If I had the bet money right now, at minimum he's doing 6 movies, and I would honestly not be surprised if he does more.
Yeah, I want 3 more as well.
I think we're definitely getting a second trilogy no matter what. Like it's not going to be just like he does a 4th or maybe a 5th.
It just makes more sense because he's the youngest of the of the Avengers characters. He's the youngest one, so like he has more time to make more. So there it is. But yeah, I'm very very excited to see like kind of almost like a reborn kind of thing and a reset.
If they do,
it's never been done before. But yeah,
if they do it, I'm hoping they do. But
I am hoping. What now? What else?
I mean, there's also obviously they teased all the villains except Rhino. He's the only one they didn't.
I am the Rhino.
I mean, they had a very small glimpse of Lizard, even though you can't really see him, but it's definitely him. And also, if you look in the shot of Peter running through Feast, there's a rip on his suit, which is identical to the one Garfield had in Amazing Spider-Man. So it's most likely from the Lizard. Yeah.
Bro, can you imagine a Tom Holland versus Lizard like underwater fight?
Oh.
It'd be dope. It'd be dope if Electro was down there and he was like electrocuting the water.
Uh-huh.
Peter's rubber I think it's the integrated suit.
Yeah,
called, and that's absorbing it, and like Peter punches Lizard at the same time Electro tries to electrocute the water, and like it creates like an electric punch.
Yeah.
And that knocks him out. That'd be pretty dope. Now you got me thinking. I mean, I love the villains that they picked for this. I
wouldn't have done it any other way, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, like, they are all such a physical threat to Peter and an emotional threat. I don't know how someone were to get out of alive. Someone's dying. We just said that.
I wouldn't be shocked, honestly, if more than one person dies. I'm gonna be honest. I really wouldn't be totally shocked.
I think they're gonna stick with one, if I were to guess. But I
wouldn't be shocked if someone like Happy died. Like I really wouldn't.
It would be pretty dope if like Happy sacrificed himself for like MJ. Because remember, Peter at the end of Far From Home, he gave Happy the necklace and he said, "If I die, give that to MJ for me." Remember, he said something along those lines. It'd be pretty cool if like Happy, were to sacrifice himself for MJ. And remember that shot of Happy with the apartment. I think it's like an apartment on fire or something. I don't know exactly what it was, but something's on fire. I think that's Doc Ock. I think that's Green Goblin that blew that shit up. I think it's Goblin. I'm gonna be honest. And I think they're gonna.
The shot with Happy, you mean you're talking about the one where like all the snipers are on him?
Yeah. No.
I can't think of another Happy shot.
It was around the same time as Happy, as that Happy shot, but I meant more like there was like a building on fire. That little apartment. It looked like an apartment to me, but it may have just been like the Feast shelter. I think that's Goblin. I think Goblin's MO is lighting shit on fire. So that's my guess. I don't know exactly if you know exactly what I'm talking about. I may have to pull this out for you and show you. But
I'm looking on my computer right now trying to find the shot.
Hold up. Wow. This is tremendous podcasting.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
We're
wait. I think I might be heading there. Hold up. Is it?
2 minutes
Yeah,
24
yeah. I see.
seconds. Yes,
I see
there you
it.
go. Yes, that I think that's Goblin. He lights shit on fire a lot.
Well, you mean Goblin blew the place up though, but obviously these are like cops or something. I mean,
Yeah, I wonder what the sniper situation is going on there.
yeah, I'm not totally sure
It
honestly.
doesn't look like the snipers are set on Happy.
No, but like, man, let me see. It's because in that shot, maybe not. I mean, it's hard to tell honestly.
It looks like maybe
I think they
May.
are though.
Interesting. I want to know what's going on there. That could be like at the beginning of the movie if they're trying to arrest Peter, but like
Maybe.
well, it's very interesting. I want to see the context of that shot. And also, by the way, that shot of Happy confirms Happy's involvement in the movie, and that was first reported by Charles Murphy, who also first reported Charlie Cox's Daredevil. So, another one for Charles. I don't know. You Daredevil deniers, you bastards. Not looking too good for you.
I don't. Is there anything else in particular from the trailer? Like any shots, or I'm trying to think. Because I think I cut my main shots.
Nothing. I wonder. I really like the. We talked about this before we started podcasting. The Doctor Strange versus Spider-Man fight looks
Why no, that looks
cool.
dope.
That I mean like I said, the shot of the city collapsing into like a donut hole and Peter falling in there is just awesome. Like whoa, and that is the I forgot exactly what that realm is called. The mirror dimension.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh my god, bro, that is too good. And then them fighting in like the Grand Canyon on like a cargo train. Like what the hell? Like what is with Spider-Man and trains, man? I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I mean, that movie's that scene's gonna blow my mind. Like, how long do you think this movie's gonna be? By the way, can I, like honest
I
question?
mean, as far as I know, it's around 2.5 hours from what I've been told.
It needs to be at least like around 2.5.
I mean, 2.5 to me is the bare minimum.
Like
It
that,
can't
yeah.
be any less than that.
Yeah, it's like if you're trying to cram this into like 2 hours, that's just not gonna happen.
No, it's
Like,
not. So
that's
2.5,
not.
I think that could be enough. Although I think you need 2 hours 45, quite honestly.
I would love to push it to 2:45, but hey, I trust the Flagster. So yeah, I mean, then we get into, besides that Doctor Strange versus Spider-Man fight that looks dope, we get into, those glimpses of the villains. We see the lizard shot, even though it's like very dimly lit, you can barely make out who that is. You can hear the growl, right? You can see kind of like the slashing kind of motion. Like it's very clear that's not human. All right, that's very clearly the lizard. And you see the Doctor Strange magic stop the claw from hitting Peter, and that is the rumored prison that we've been hearing about in the leaks, and once again one of those leaks is confirmed again, and we see the shot of the cube, which is the key to the prison in the shot where Doctor Strange knocks Peter out of his thing. He knocks him into like the astral realm, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that just confirms more leaks, and then you get the shot of Sandman stopping Electro's lightning from hitting Peter Parker, which they're gonna continue Sandman's arc from Spider-Man 3. He never died, so like
never a bad guy. I mean, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing I'm still not sure about with this movie that I keep hearing conflicting things from different people that, like, we've talked about this. Which of these villains are actually pulled from the movies versus variants of the people in the movies?
Very interested to see the full explanations. Obviously, I think Molina, his Doc Ock, is pulled from Spider-Man 2.
Him definitely. I think he's the one that I can be sure.
I think Sandman is pulled from Spider-Man 3. I think Lizard is pulled from the Amazing Spider-Man universe. I think Electro also never died. He was never intended to die at the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2. He was going to come back for those planned sequels. He was going to be in like the Sinister Six movie. So I think they're just going to continue that and say, hey, he didn't die. Because remember, James Fox said electricity never dies. It's the same version.
Why does he have? Why is he not blue?
I think they're just going to say, hey, that design choice was not good.
I mean, maybe they could.
And we're not going to talk about it.
I feel like it's going to be a variant, and that's going to be the excuse for why he's different, but I could be wrong.
I just think it's fine to just say, hey, that design sucked. We take it back. We're sorry. We're sorry. We're so sorry. And then I think Rhino obviously is going to be taken from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 right after that Andrew versus Rhino fight at the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2. And then the one that for sure died, like that we saw die and get buried, was Willem Dafoe. So if there is one that's going to be like a variant, it's that one. Okay, it's Dafoe, because we literally saw that man get stabbed in the penis and die. He got stabbed right in the crotch with a glider. You've seen that movie.
I mean, yeah, I don't really I don't know how they can. The only way I can think. Oh, my friend actually told me something so funny about this yesterday. He was saying it would be so funny if, like, let's say they pulled Dafoe like right before the glider hits.
That would be so.
That's what I'm saying. And then he comes back at the end of the movie and he goes, "Oh," and that's why he goes, "Oh," because he didn't know he was coming back, and he just pops right there. Oh, death.
Oh.
Now that would be fucking hilarious.
I'm very intrigued to see how they go over that. And that shot of that pumpkin bomb just dropping. My God, Luke, that is like, and then you hear the laugh. Oh my God! And like, what is with Spider-Man and bridges, man? What's with the bridges? I mean, feels like every Spider-Man movie we get a bridge scene, but Spider-Man New York is a character, man. So the New York has a lot of bridges. So yeah. Just that sequence, that bridge sequence. I don't know when that takes place. Probably right, obviously right after.
I'm thinking middle of the movie.
Yeah, I'm thinking like second act as well.
Yeah, it's definitely not a third. It's definitely not a third act fight or anything like that.
After the Doctor Strange fight, I think it's gonna be after the Doctor Strange multiverse breaking moment, but before the Spider-Man versus Doctor Strange fight. That's my guess. I think Doctor Strange may come in and help Peter round them up, and then they get put in that prison, and then Peter tries to take them out of the prison, and then we'll figure that out. But
yeah,
that's my
and
guess.
then obviously eventually, we're not totally sure when in the movie Toby and Andrew come in, but we know they are in, of course. It's just a matter of when they're coming in. But we do know what Andrew's entrance is, and I will say it's like the coolest thing ever.
Oh, I don't. Do I know?
Yeah, you know. I'll message you to remind you right now.
Oh, is it the one with the rhino?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, yeah. That's a great way to bring him in, because like we never got closure on that.
I think that's the coolest thing ever.
Because like remember that was like one of the money shots in the trailers for Amazing Spider-Man 2, where like they were like, see this cool rhino fight, and then
if I had to guess right now, I think that's how Andrew comes in, with Toby being an older version of what we saw in Spider-Man 3, so it's like years after that.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield, I mean, hasn't aged a day.
Yeah.
Like that man, like literally, like has not aged a day in his life. Okay, so like if you could literally say that man is still like the exact same age as he was in 2014. Tobey Maguire, on the other hand, has aged a little bit. He still looks pretty good. He's still, mid 40s. He still looks, like a useful guy, but not like he did back in like 2007, back in those Spider-Man days. And personally, I want to see what he's been up to all these years later, to be honest. I think that's the way to do it.
No, I would agree. And even though I don't think we're going to get this, I really, really hope we get to go into the Raimi-verse a bit.
Oh, yeah. Give me that. Give me all of that.
Come on. Do you know how amazing that would be? That would be some of the coolest shit ever. If we actually get to go in, we go to the Daily Bugle, we see Hoffman.
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 Hoffman. And
Yes.
And you know what'd be funny if they're all just still working at like nobody's like changed. Everyone's just like still working at the same place. They have the same positions. Like J. Jonah Jameson's still right there. He's still the editor.
That's the dream right there. That's the dream.
Nobody. They get Elizabeth Banks back to play Betty. And Chief, take your pill. Not that one.
Not that one.
Not that one. Your wife took the check. Your wife, the credit card declined. She needs the checkbook. Thanks for the good news. I forgot the line, but whatever. But yeah, this trailer is like, that is like this is only the teaser trailer. Like, I've never seen a 3-minute teaser trailer before.
No,
there's a lot of shit in this movie.
It's honestly quite insane how much shit there is in this movie. I mean,
I think we're only gonna get 2 trailers.
I would probably agree. The thing is, it's so close to release already.
Yep.
You only need one more. I mean, do one more in like.
You want
October.
A teaser and a theatrical, and then that's it.
Time in October, and then from there, you're probably just gonna do some small variations with a couple added scenes.
Yeah, little tweaks. Yeah, and also I have a question, and I think I know the answer to this question, but where's the poster?
It's coming.
I think Toby and Andrew are on the poster.
They might be. I think
they're on the fucking poster. I think what's gonna happen is like sometime in November, they're gonna reveal Toby and Andrew in the second trailer. They're gonna be like the big reveal, and then they're gonna reveal the poster, and then they're gonna be all over the movie theaters. And I'm gonna buy 15 of them and just hang them up all over my wall, and it's gonna be amazing. And I think that's gonna be the big reveal. Right as they say tickets are on sale now. That's like their selling point. Like, boom, Toby and Andrew are in this. Buy your tickets, get your asses in the seats, and vaccinate. I got my vaccine yesterday. Very good. So yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy about this, man. I mean, is there anything else you want to talk about?
In regards to the trailer, I don't think so.
Yeah, in regards to the trailer, not to my shot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I covered literally everything.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's obviously only a 3-minute trailer. I mean, like, we don't have like an hour worth of footage to cover. This was plenty satisfying though. I am very satisfied. It was great to see that J. Jonah Jameson little cameo in the front of the trailer. I forgot to mention that. That was really cool to see. And, Flash Thompson went blonde. I don't know if you noticed that. I sent you that, in the DMs, Flash Thompson, and that backs up a leak that I sent you as well. And, I mean, my God, man, this movie is like, this is clearly the number 1 most anticipated movie on everyone's list, it seems. It seems like everyone is going to see this movie. And even with the pandemic happening, I still see this movie as hitting over $1 billion.
I would agree, honestly. I think it's going to hit that billion. I've heard a few people say, I don't think they're going to release it around Christmas because they're not going to make enough money. But I'm like, okay, there's a few issues with that, if we're being honest, because you're talking, this is like the biggest movie of all time. Like, let's be honest. It's gotten the most views ever in 24 hours.
People are underestimating the power of the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
Dude, they really are. And then you go past that. I mean, with the amount of views this has, and the fact that even if they delayed it, hypothetically, they're not going to.
I don't think they
are. If anything, delaying it to February, let's say, because that's when they'd have to, because Marvel's not moving their slate for just Spider-Man. They're not. No. Feige is not going to appease to Sony being annoying. So they're going to have to release it before Doctor Strange 2. So you have really just a 2-month window there. And if anything, you're going to get less money around February than you would around December, which is like the ultimate market time for a movie. Fucking it's especially, I mean, it's just being marketed in that way. I mean, it's gonna make not maximum profit, but I would say a minimum of like what 700-800 mil would be the bottom for me, and I think it's probably gonna hit $1 billion though.
With good reviews, it's gonna hit $1 billion. And I think it will get good reviews. And also, like, we're gonna have I think Matrix comes out like the week before, the week after as well. So like my wallet is gonna take a major hit. I think Matrix might move off it because like you gotta avoid Spider-Man at any cost. Cause like ain't nobody gonna give a shit about Matrix if there's a multiverse Spider-Man movie happening. So I think they're moving. But other than that, I mean, it's gonna make $1 billion. I'm not even like sweat. I'm not even like how many memes and shit have you seen on the internet of Tobey Maguire Spider-Man since that trailer dropped?
So many.
On my timeline, it's just a constant source of Spider-Man talk.
People don't understand how popular these characters in movies are, man. There's no scenario where this movie doesn't make big money. There's just not.
Specifically those Raimi movies, oh my god, bro, it is like they have held the test of time. They're still talked about today, like, and they will be talked about years from now. It just won't ever end. Like that is one of the most everlasting trilogies you'll ever see.
And you got to keep in mind the fact that Sony, they had an out. They could have easily said coming soon at the end of the trailer. They said December 17th. They did not need to do that.
They just said, no, they're sticking with the December release date, and they're sticking with the October release date for Venom so far.
And dude, they're literally already starting their fucking marketing on TV for the movie. Like, I swear to God, the day after, I saw multiple ads for the movie the day after.
No help?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I saw one.
I saw it twice on the day after, and I was like, what the fuck, already? Like, it just shows you they're already kicking the marketing into gear, and that costs money.
And Marvel's not even not releasing. I mean, not delaying Shang-Chi as well. So like, we're getting Shang-Chi in a week or so.
Yep. A week from today for us.
Yeah, and like, so like, as long as that movie does well, then Eternals is going to be released, and as long as Eternals is released, I think all these movies are just going to release. I think Shang-Chi does well, you're going to have Venom release, and if Venom does well, if Shang-Chi does well, then Marvel's going to release Eternals regardless of what Venom does. And I think Venom will do well as well, and then Eternals will do well because people are really excited for that, especially after that latest trailer. And
that trailer was sick.
And then Spider-Man's going to release. I think all of these movies are going to stick with their release dates, and they're going to release on time so far. And we got to clear. Hopefully, we can clear all this COVID stuff out, and that way people will feel more comfortable going to the movie theaters, and then the movie studios will be less inclined to delay movies, and we can get all of our movies on time. And I think that's just mutually beneficial because I want to see my movies, and I want people to be safe. There we go.
Yeah, you're right. And do you want to move on past Spidey, talk a couple small things, or?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. Well, the fun rumor we got, not even rumor, this is a report from Daniel RPK yesterday.
The Rip.
He said that in Doctor Strange 2, Wanda is going to have a big fight, and it's going to rival any of the biggest fights in the MCU with a Fox character.
Marvel character.
Fucking intriguing.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
I mean, we knew that there were going to be Fox characters in this movie, realistically. Like, I knew for a fact, but just hearing it is really nice, and now we can actually talk about it because someone else reported it.
Do you know who it is?
No, I mean, I know for a fact that, you know one person that's probably in the movie from Fox.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Even though we don't know for sure that person's from Fox, but we know the character, and they're likely from Fox. But and with that in mind, I mean, if I were a betting man, I think it's gonna be fighting Wanda, Magneto, or Xavier probably.
Yep, that's my guess as well. Maybe small chance for Fox Pietro. That would be really cool, especially after the Ralph Boner stuff, where she sees that in another universe that dude was actually Pietro. Like, oh, I'm gonna fuck this guy up. That'd be pretty cool. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I can see them going that route as well.
I don't think it's Wolverine.
No, definitely. I mean, I think Wolverine's in the movie, honestly, but I don't think he's fighting Wanda. No.
I'm really glad that Feige's, going into the Fox universe.
I mean, he
just really
should.
happy.
It's fun.
Yeah,
I mean, we have multiverse wackiness. Go all out on it while you can.
And like, why try to deny the existence of those movies? You know.
I mean, they're pretty fucking good movies outside of a few. So
might as well just celebrate these movies instead of never enter those universes. The multiverse is something that's used all the time in comic books. So use it here to see these old versions of these characters that everyone grew up with and loved.
So are we gonna get Tom Cruise as Iron Man?
That would be really fun. He's been busy doing the Mission Impossible movies. So I think he may be busy, but that would be pretty cool if they had him come in for a cameo.
I mean, we know the Illuminati's in the movie.
Yep.
And that's probably. I mean, there's a few people I can guess would be on it. I would think we'll see some form of Iron Man will be on that team. I think, even if it's not RDJ, because I don't think it is RDJ, honestly. Probably going to be a multiverse variation. I think we'll probably have some form of Professor X there. The rest, I mean, kind of a coin flip, honestly. I could see them going in a lot of directions, but I think those two are probably going to be there.
Yep. I'm just. It's so crazy. Like, I can't even truly guess, if that makes sense. I can't even I can't come up with variations of characters and what characters I think are gonna come in and have cameos and roles in this movie. We know very little about this movie, and I like the fact that I don't know much, to be honest. I don't wanna know everything for Multiverse of Madness, because what I keep hearing is that the movie is just absolutely nuts. And Sam the Man Raimi is Sam Raimi's doing this movie. Yeah, so I'm in. I don't know if you know this, Luke, but I happen to be a fan of Sam Raimi's movies. So
I do in fact know that.
Yep. So I'm in, and you had me at hello there, and just gonna wait until March when that releases, and Batman comes out that same month as well. Jesus, take my money, please. I'm just willingly giving people more money.
I'm gonna lose a lot of money on movies next year, dude.
Yep, starting we just saw Suicide Squad, and then we're getting Shang-Chi, then you're getting Venom, and then you're getting Eternals, and then you're getting Spider-Man and the Matrix in the same month, and you're getting James Bond as well, and then January we're gonna see the most anticipated comic book movie of all time, Morbius. And it's like, oh my god, I'm going to go broke. And I'm okay with that. Because, we've waited a long time for these movies to finally release. I mean, obviously we had, these delays, through last year. Last year sucked so hard. And now that we're finally getting these movies actually releasing, and we're finally seeing movies that have been on the shelf for a year, it's very nice. I'm very happy. And, give me more.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to touch on?
Nothing much. I mean, they showed a little sizzle reel for the Batman, and
they did.
What I heard sounds cool. It seems like Andy Serkis's Alfred is gonna have white hair with a vest, which is a cool look. I can picture that. And Batman was fighting people in a prison and beating them with pipes, and I'm interested in that. And it reminds me of the Arkham games, because you can take an opponent's weapons and start beating them with it. if you've ever played the Arkham games. And so, yeah, and it's in red lighting, and Batman in red lighting always works well. And they said there was a shot of Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne walking through the city, and it looks like the shot from Batman Year One, where Bruce Wayne is in disguise walking through Gotham City. And just like take my money immediately. It is like my hype for that movie is kind of like the opposite of No Way Home, because No Way Home is like this big multiverse movie, and like the Batman's gonna be like the small personal kind of tale of a man becoming a hero instead of a vigilante, and like give me that. Give me all the Batman. Matt Reeves, you are my hero. And that is all I have to say.
Yeah, I mean that sums it up pretty well. I don't really have anything else to say. I'm excited for the Batman, of course. I'm excited to go into the character Robert Pattinson, see the anger management he talked about, and how every fight is so personal. I think this movie is going to be very dark. It's going to be gritty. I think it's going to take the best parts of the Dark Knight trilogy, but infuse them into a more comic book kind of feel, and that's going to be really fun. So, with all that in mind, I'm pumped for everything we're getting. It's a good time to be a comic book fan, and yeah, that kind of sums it up for me. You good?
I'm good.
Well, this has been a fun episode as always, but until next time, this has been another episode of Cape Time. See you, everybody.
Peace.